Well, it was strange because in 2022, the year that culminated in the Jaguars getting to the divisional round of the playoffs, that was the year that felt like Trevor Lawrence was getting toward the top 10, top 5 even of NFL quarterbacks. And then since then, it's been a regression. He got the big contract, but we haven't seen the big performance. He had injuries last year. And the Jaguars have just been perpetually bad, especially under Shad Khan, the owner of the team. They had Mike Mularkey there, 2-14 in 2012. Out he went. Gus Bradley was there 4 years, 14-48. Out he went. Doug Marrone, 23-43. Now, in his second year, they almost got to the Super Bowl, which is stunning. The farther we get away from it, the more it seems like it didn't even happen. Urban Meyer was a complete and total disaster in 2021. He was fired during the season. And then Doug Peterson for 3 years. 22-29 looks pretty good in comparison, but it ultimately wasn't good enough, especially this year. They just need to hope they can finally turn it around. And the Baalke thing was the curveball that changed it all. And I think the Bucs should have known the moment that Baalke was nudged aside. And I heard last night that he still might be around. He's just not the GM. I think whoever the assistant GM is there might get bumped up. But Baalke's still hovering. But I think Shad Khan realized we need to have someone else running the show here because, hey, they could have had Ben Johnson, I believe, if Trent Baalke would have been out the moment Doug Peterson was out and they embarked on their search with a clean slate. I think they would have had a shot at Ben Johnson. Now, he still might at the end of the day decide to go to Chicago, but they might have had him.
Yeah, I would just say this, too. I mean, you think about just the personality of kind of Jared Goff and Trevor Lawrence, very similar, kind of laid-back guys. And, Ben Johnson could have had a huge impact on Trevor Lawrence, just like he had on Jared Goff. I mean, Jared Goff went from being traded to now, being in the MVP kind of conversation. I mean, that's the type of impact coaching has on you.
Yeah, you're right. And we talked to Ben Johnson for a while yesterday, and he's very charitable about the Jared Goff situation. He said, I didn't do anything. Jared did it. But the coach knows how to press buttons and pull strings and get the most out of it. And also they got him in a spot where he had been rejected by the Rams. And so he was reeling from that, got a chip on his shoulder, and they made the most out of it. And maybe they could have done the same thing with Trevor Lawrence. But now Liam Coen will do it, and the Jaguars will try to turn it around. And the Bucs, for the third straight year, will be looking for a new offensive coordinator to replace Liam Coen, who replaced Dave Canales, and off we go. It's good. The Bucs are successful. I think Baker Mayfield should be getting a piece of the pie from both Canales and Coen, because that's how these guys ended up getting these jobs. Hey, that's a great coach. Yeah, you're a pretty damn good coach when your quarterback is good. If your quarterback stinks, you're not a very good coach. Hi, it's Mike Florio. Thanks for watching PFT on YouTube. Hit subscribe for the latest news and analysis from Pro Football Talk.